Hi, how are you doing? In this video I'm going to be talking to you about how you can conserve your air on a dive. Unfortunately there are no quick fixes, but I have a few tips for you that might come in useful. This question came from Andy. He also mentioned that his buoyancy control is very good. To have great buoyancy control is a fundamental part of being a good scuba diver. When you have good buoyancy control, you will use up less air. To be streamlined through the water, to move very gracefully. So to be graceful, that's a good tip. To breathe slow and to breathe deeply. Not to be worried and not to be too concerned with how much air you're using, because the moment that you start to worry about this is the moment that you start to breathe more. And when you start to be stressed, then you will just breathe more rapidly and you won't even realise that you're doing this. So slow and steady. Also, just to check your gear, check your O-rings, your inflator hose, just simple things for leaks. Also to make sure things aren't, equipment isn't dragging on the ground or dragging against things. Also to have confidence in yourself. I know a lot of divers who do yoga. Sometimes, it just depends on the individual, that might help. If you're very stressed and you've had, say, a bad week, or you've just had an argument and then you go diving, you will use up more air. So really, my tips would be to not worry, to enjoy yourself, to be streamlined, to be graceful, to take it slow and steady, and to always breathe slowly and deeply. Also, just to mention, if you're diving in colder climates, of course you're going to use up more air in contrast to warmer climates. That's a natural thing and I wouldn't worry about that. For example, I had my first open water dive at Stony Cove in January, and it was very, very cold indeed. And I used up a lot of air. And also that was a psychological thing because I was incredibly stressed. I didn't know exactly what to expect. I had my first dive in Mexico, but this was my first dive in the UK. And I was taking my open water. So I was very concerned about, am I making any errors? I just wanted to do my best. And in worrying, I used up quite a lot of air. My second dive that day, just to put things in into a good picture for you, I used half the amount that I did on my first dive that day. So really it is psychological. So to be confident and to enjoy your dive and not to worry too much. If you're worrying about using your air and you're worrying that you're going to cut short other people's dives, then there's no point in diving. You have to dive because you enjoy it and because you love it. So they're the tips for you. Unfortunately, there's no quick fixes, like I say. Confidence comes in time. The more dives you do, the less air that you will use up. So anyway, I hope this is useful for you. Maybe you've heard everything before, but so happy diving and be safe and see you soon, hopefully. Okay, take care. Bye.